What Nigeria should know about successor turtle today concerning Ohimege Igu Koton Karfe Kingdom. Nobody hates the alleged new person tagged as king. The 2012 argument on whom to succeeded on the stool, successor after the demise of Ohimege, Shuebu Manman Lafia, had been resolved and concluded and settled by peace resolution body of the prominent members of the kingdom elders and the administration of the state government during the time of the ex-governor Wada and ex-governor Bello, celebrated with Ohimege Alhaji Abdul Razak Gambo Sani Isakoto Agaba Aidu for 1010 on throne anniversary ceremony. How came about Bello that said he met a controversial issues and wanted to correct the same matter that had been extremely resolved? The people of Koton Karfe see it was a impartial justice for political interest. Impartial justice was a vital tool to be used in making correction of any mistake did by the past administration to overrule decisions which he believed were unfair, but its need a clear proofs to convince people to avoid conflicts and disorder. Who told him that there's tussle going on after 11 years in power? No Bikhar's Quran 49 verse 9 to 10, Suratul al-Hujurat verse 9. Allah says, "And if two parties or groups among the believers fall to fighting, then make peace between them both. But if one of them outrages against the other, then fight you all against the one which outrages till it complies with the command of Allah. Then if it complies, then make reconciliation between them justly and be equitable. Verily, Allah loves those who are the equitable." The believers are nothing else than brothers in Islamic religion. So make reconciliation between your brothers and fear Allah that you may receive mercy. It can also be argued that the Odaki electoral verse 10 says, "Committee and the kingmakers caused most of their own confusion, for they failed to find unity even after 3 months, when the government ceased to be a vital force amongst them." In any case, most will admit that the leadership of Wada was devoted and sincere to overrule the majority decisions, which he believed were fair without, and lack of interest and long lines of communication from within that resolved the matter without quarrels and fights. Most would also agree that the administrative leaders during Wada did a solid job of national building and deliberation through bringing the influence of majority will. The despotism was not a collective consideration concept of the royal family of the dynastic lineages of Igu Koton Karfa Freeborn, rather the abdication of Ohimege Alhaji Abdul Razak Gambo Sani Isakoto Agaba Idu from office was nurtured by anti-Koto group headed by Bashiru Gegu with his followers from Gegu Beki, Jirinya communities who used their godfather Bello to achieve their long agitating to subjected Alhaji Abdul Razak Gambo Sani Isakoba Idu. To be equal in title ranks and power of control of parallel imperialism aimed an agenda to reduce Ohimege Igu's strength. And they founded the person who had long time ambitious for rulership and used him to get their way. The society members of the royal lineage of Koton Karfe Kingdom rejected the revolts and the rebellious of SARS for his ambitious for the throne by seeking and using of external politicians, affiliated thugs, alliance supporters against the real habitat owners of the kingdom. The arbitrary deposition is terrible reckoning in terms as the case between the two sons of Adam, Abel Kabil and Cain Habel in the Quran. Suratul Ma'idah, Quran 5 verse 27 to 31. When Allah told Adams to order Abel to marry his sister to his brother Cain, but Abel refused to, and God orders both to offer a sacrifice of fleshy cow and withered crops to Allah. Allah accepted the offering of Cain's supplication and rejected the Abel owns. Abel threatened to kill Cain, and he did. Allah accepts good deeds only from righteous and answers Cain. Abel, overwhelmed with anger, told his brother, "I'm going to slay you to prevent you from marrying my sister," after when the sacrifice and settlement of resolved of the matters between them was made. When Abel wanted to kill Cain, Cain replied, Quran 5 verse 28, "If thou dost stretch thy hand against me to slay me, it is not for me to stretch my hand against thee to slay thee, for I do fear Allah, the cherisher of the worlds." The people that tagged the actions of SARS to destiny are correct, because Allah destined it will happen, and the Sharia and logic disagree and disallowed his acts. We don't have any personal problems with him. I never had any close relationship with both of them before this incident. We have many Quranic injunctions to prove our point of supporting and royalty to Ohimege Igwel Haji Abdul Razak Gambo Sani Isakoto Agaba Idu.